that we find from a lot of players that we interview on the podcast is they kind of get a lost sense of identity in baseball. So I really kind of want to dive into how you started writing music and playing music, and kind of how does music really give you a separation from the game?
100%. Yeah. So I actually grew up around music. My dad was a professional country singer for a while back in the 80s and 90s. And he had bands all when I was growing up. I'd spend almost every weekend at like a Harley dealership or some like big club somewhere watching him perform. It was pretty cool. So instilled a love for music in me ever since I was young. And then when I got to high school, there was so it's called the Mr. River Ridge pageant. It's supposed to be like an entertaining male beauty pageant kind of thing. I went to River Ridge Pageant. And so I got sucked into doing that. It's for charity. And I had to do a talent, and I was going to tell stupid jokes or something. But then everyone kept telling me I needed to sing. I guess people hear me singing when I'm walking down the hallway or something, that people always said, "Oh, that sounds pretty good." So the day before, I was like, you know what, I'm going to sing. I sang for my parents for the first time ever. And then the next day I was singing in front of 500 people up on stage. And that was nerve-wracking for sure. I feel like getting that out of the way, I can sing in front of anybody at this point. Yeah, it was wild. Like when I was walking up on stage, my hand was shaking so bad, and it was dead quiet in there. I heard a girl in the front row say, "Oh, poor thing, he's shaking." And it's like, dude, like this is not the way.
Don't need that now.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, after that, I mean, it went well, and I started getting a little more confident, started singing a little bit more. When I got to college and I had that injury I told you about at Georgia Southern, I was having to stay at home while all my friends and my teammates were out, playing the season. And so I was like, you know what, might as well pick up guitar. And I think that was probably the best decision I ever made with music. And so ever since then, started playing gigs at home during the off season, try to make a little extra money. I have a really good time doing that too. So